She posted vacation photos the same day. My daughter cried in pain on the bathroom floor. This isn't the kind of thing you ever expect to be writing about your own sister, but I guess betrayal never comes from strangers. I've debated sharing this for weeks, but I can't hold it in anymore. Maybe just typing it all out will help me breathe again. I'm a single mom to an 11-year-old daughter, Maddie. She's the light of my life, the only reason I've made it through the past decade in one piece. She was diagnosed with scoliosis last year after months of unexplained back pain. It's the kind of diagnosis that doesn't kill you, but if you don't treat it early, it twists their whole body like it's trying to fold them in half. Her curve has progressed faster than we expected, and her doctor recommended surgery within the year. Insurance covers some of it, but not nearly enough. Not the specialists, not the out-of-network surgeon we need, and definitely not the recovery care. I'm a nurse. I work long shifts at a small family clinic in Western PA, and I've been saving every spare cent for the last 9 months. Maddie's GoFundMe helped a bit, but pride kept me from pushing it hard online. So I worked doubles. I sold our old car. I cashed out what little I had in retirement. By early July, I had nearly $18,000 set aside in a separate savings account. That money was sacred. It was hope. And then it was gone. I found out 2 weeks ago. Maddie had just had one of her rougher nights. Her pain meds weren't touching the sharp aches that come with growth spurts, and she'd collapsed trying to walk from her bed to the bathroom. I carried her in, helped her brush her teeth like she was 5 again. And when I finally got her back in bed, I sat down to check the surgery fund balance, like I always do before I sleep. It was just habit. A small ritual. Balance. 82. 94s. I thought it was a glitch. I refreshed the page 5 times, then I started shaking. I couldn't even speak. I just sat there staring at the screen, every muscle in my chest seizing up one by one. I called the bank the next morning. The withdrawal had been made through a wire transfer, legit credentials, logged in from my home IP address. That didn't make sense. I'm paranoid about online security. I don't leave my laptop unlocked. Maddie doesn't even know the password. But I do remember one person who stayed at my place 3 weekends ago said she needed a place to crash between leases. My younger sister, Sierra. God, even typing that makes my stomach turn. She's 30, no kids, no real job. She calls herself a digital content creator, which is a fancy way of saying she posts mediocre fashion videos and emotionally manipulative story times to 7,000 followers on Instagram and TikTok. Every time we talk, it's something about building her brand or waiting for the next sponsorship deal. In reality, she lives off side gigs, cash apps from fans, and handouts from mom. I let her stay with me because I thought, stupidly, that maybe she was finally getting her act together. She said she had an audition in town and just needed 2 nights. That turned into 5. She never cooked, never cleaned, and spent all day filming content in my living room. I found glitter in my shower for days after she left. And then, a week after I discovered the money was gone, she posted pictures on Instagram. Front seat of a plane, ocean view from a hotel balcony, a cocktail that probably cost more than my last grocery trip. Hashtag earned not given. My hands went cold. I zoomed in on the location tag. Tulum, Mexico. I called her. She didn't answer. I texted. No reply. I messaged her on Instagram. She blocked me. Blocked. Me. That's when I knew. I didn't want to believe it, but it snapped into place like a cruel little puzzle. She waited until she had access to my place. She found my passwords. She used my daughter's suffering to bankroll a fake luxury vacation to sell a lifestyle that doesn't exist. I told my mom, and my mom had the audacity to say, well, maybe she just needed a break. You know how hard she's been trying. Trying what, exactly? Trying to go viral while her niece cries herself to sleep? I'm not writing this for advice. I already know what I'm going to do. I've contacted a lawyer. I've started the process of reporting the fraud. I'm documenting everything. I don't care if she's family. I don't care if mom disowns me. Sierra committed a crime. she stole from a child. What guts me the most is Maddie doesn't know yet. She keeps asking if we're on track for the surgery in the fall. She keeps drawing little pictures of herself dancing again. I don't have the heart to tell her what her aunt did. She posted vacation photos the same day my daughter cried in pain on the bathroom floor, and I don't think I can ever forgive that. Update 2. Update. I think I ignored the red flags for too long. Original post, linked above. Hey everyone, I didn't expect so many of you to read my post, and honestly, I'm still in shock from how many comments and DMs came in overnight. Some of you were kind, some of you were harsh, but almost all of you told me the same thing. Press charges. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. But while I wait on the bank and my lawyer to do their thing, I wanted to get some stuff off my chest. A few people asked why I ever trusted Sierra in the first place, and it's a fair question. The truth is, I've been ignoring signs for years. I just didn't want to admit my sister could do something this cruel. So let me back up a bit. Sierra and I grew up in the same house, but you'd never know it by how differently we were treated. She was the golden child. Mom always said Sierra had star quality. She was the one who got to do dance recitals, acting classes, gymnastics. I was the one who packed her leotards and helped braid her hair when Mom was too busy. I didn't mind, at least not when we were kids. She was bubbly and loud and full of energy. People gravitated to her, especially our mom. I was the quieter one. I liked books. I liked helping out in the kitchen. I was the one who kept a running checklist of what bills were due for Mom when Dad left. By the time I was 15, I was working part-time after school to help pay for Sierra's summer theater camp. I told myself that's just what you do for family, but Sierra never really grew up. While I was finishing nursing school with a colicky baby in one hand and textbooks in the other, she was taking a year off to find herself in California. That year turned into 3, then 5. Then she came back home with a bunch of ring lights, a suitcase full of Fashion Nova knockoffs, and a story about how she was going to blow up any day now. I used to think she just needed time. I made excuses for her. She's creative. She's not good with structure. She's just figuring things out. But the truth is, Sierra knows how to manipulate people. She's charming when she wants to be. She cries when she gets cornered. She turns everything into a sob story just long enough to keep you from holding her accountable. The worst part? She's done it before. Not this bad, not criminal, but close. 3 years ago, when Maddie was 8, Sierra borrowed $500 from me to fix her car so she could get to a job interview. I gave it to her without hesitation. A week later, she was posting Instagram stories from a weekend in Nashville. When I asked about it, she said, "Oh, my friend paid for that. Don't be weird." She never paid me back. I let it go because family. But this time, she didn't just take money. She took my daughter's future. The comments about reporting her have helped me feel less guilty. I'm a big believer in giving people chances, but not at the expense of my child. And honestly, the more I look back, the more I realize Sierra relied on me thinking I'd never fight back, that I'd never call the cops, that I'd eat the loss like I always did. Not this time. A few quick updates. I met with the lawyer this morning. He's going to help me file a formal police report once I get the bank documentation confirming the IP address and login details. He said there's a good chance we can press charges for wire fraud and theft. I changed every password, locked down my accounts, and got a VPN just to be safe. My coworker's brother is an IT guy and is checking my laptop tomorrow. Maddie still doesn't know. I'm trying to keep her in her routine until I figure out what I can afford now. Her pain is manageable with meds for the moment, but it's getting worse. One more thing. Sierra finally unblocked me last night. She sent a single text. "Wow, I can't believe you'd turn on your own sister over a few grand. You've always been jealous that I have a platform. You don't understand what pressure I'm under." I didn't respond, but I did take a screenshot. Jealous? Jealous of what? A fake life wrapped in filters and hashtags? I used to wish Sierra would come back down to earth. Now I just hope she finally faces the consequences. Next update coming once the bank sends over the paperwork and I officially file the report. Update 3. She's telling people I hacked her account. Hey again. This is the last place I thought I'd be spending my nights, but writing these updates is cheaper than therapy and, honestly, seeing strangers say, "You're not crazy," helps more than I thought it would. Quick recap for anyone new. My sister Sierra stole $18,000 from my daughter Maddie's surgery fund to go on a fake influencer trip to Tulum. I'm a single mom, a nurse, and I'd been saving that money for months. My daughter has scoliosis and needs spinal surgery by the end of the year. I finally decided to press charges. Sierra blocked me and then texted to say I'm the one ruining her life. Today, things got worse. I officially filed the police report this afternoon. Mr. Beck, my lawyer, met me at the precinct and I handed over a folder of everything. Bank statements, the IP login records from my account, the date Sierra stayed at my house, screenshots of her Instagram posts from the same time the money was transferred. And yes, her lovely text calling me jealous. The officer took it seriously, more seriously than I expected, honestly. He said financial crimes like this, especially involving stolen credentials, fall under wire fraud. Since the amount was over $10,000, it's a felony. They're sending a subpoena to the bank to trace the recipient account. Mr. Beck thinks we'll have enough for a formal charge within a week. I asked him how likely it is I'll get the money back. He didn't sugarcoat it. She probably spent most of it already. Best case scenario is restitution through court. Worst case, she's bankrupt, and you're still short. But here's where things went sideways. Sierra found out I filed the report. She didn't call me. She didn't text. She went live. Yes, Instagram Live. To her 7,000 followers. I wouldn't have known, but Kira, my best friend, recorded it and sent it to me. It was 10 minutes of delusion. She was crying, full influencer meltdown style, mascara streaks, big sniffles, clutching a mug that said "Boss Babe." I just found out my own sister is trying to ruin my life. She hacked my account, transferred money to herself, and now she's blaming me for it. I'm being set up because I'm finally successful. She's always hated that I'm building something. She even called me toxic and said I was abusing her platform to bully her. I wish I could laugh, but I actually felt sick watching it. People were sending heart emojis and commenting, "Stay strong, queen," while she painted me like some jealous saboteur. I don't even have Instagram. I deleted it a year ago. I can barely keep up with Facebook. And now people in town are talking. I live in a small town, like, everyone goes to the same diner on Sundays, small. And apparently, Sierra still has a few loyal high school friends here who do follow her. Kira said she overheard 2 of them whispering in the grocery store about how Ellie's always been bitter. I haven't left the house except for work and the police station. Maddie's noticed. She asked today, "Mom, why are you so sad all the time now?" I didn't have a good answer. But here's the one silver lining. After I filed the report, Kira came over with 2 vanilla milkshakes and a laptop. She's setting up a new GoFundMe for Maddie. One I don't have to feel ashamed of. She said, "Let people help you this time. You've done everything alone for too long." It's embarrassing. I hate asking. But she's right. And if Sierra gets away with this, I can't let Maddie be the one who suffers for it. What's next? Waiting on the bank subpoena and official charges. Kira is quietly gathering screenshots from Sierra's socials in case she deletes anything. I have a meeting with Maddie's doctor next week to discuss a revised timeline. This is exhausting. Every time I think it can't get more surreal, Sierra finds a new way to spin the truth. But I'm not backing down. Not this time. Thanks to those of you who reminded me I'm not overreacting. I'll post again when I hear from the police.